Welcome back, dears. Today, chapter 5.5, we're going to talk about parallelogram. First of all, let's know what is a parallelogram. Well, a parallelogram is a shape that has four sides. That means it's a quadrilateral, and the opposite sides of it is congruent to each other. That means the opposite ones, they're the same thing. If this is 10 centimeters, this is also going to be 10 centimeters. If this is 2 centimeters, this is also going to be 2 centimeters. Okay, now let's know the properties of parallelogram. The first property of parallelogram is that the opposite sides are congruent to each other. As we said, opposite sides are congruent to each other. The second property is that the opposite angles are congruent. That means angle A and angle C are congruent to each other. If this is 20 degrees, this is also going to be 20 degrees. All right. In a parallelogram, two consecutive angles are supplementary. That means if I start drawing a straight line from here till here like this. This angle, which is the with angles, if I add them up together, it will give me 180. Why is that? This is a property of parallelogram. Or if I do it in the other side, angle B and C, if I draw a straight line, angle B plus angle C, it will also give me 180. That's why we say two consecutive angles are supplementary. Okay. In a parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other. So those two are called diagonals. AC and BD, these are diagonals and they bisect each other at point M. Now let's start solving this activity. We have JKLM, JKLM is a parallelogram. Find each measure. The first one, they want JK from us. So JK is this side. We said that in a parallelogram, the opposite sides are congruent to each other. That means 7x equals 3x plus 14. Be careful, dear students. In here, the question is not finding x. They don't want x from us, but they want jk, which is 7 times x. So when I find x, after finding x, I have to multiply it with 7. Okay, here, we're going to play volleyball, number with number, variable with variable, and I'm going to get 7x minus 3x equals 14, okay? I'm going to get 7 minus 3, we're going to get 4x equals 14 divided by 4, so x is 14 over 4. Again, we don't want x, we want 7x. So I say 7, I evaluate the x with 14 over 4. And then I can start changing it into simplest form here. If I divide by 2, this is going to be 7, this is going to be 2. My answer will be 49 divided by 2. And if I want to change this into decimal number, I can still do long division and we'll get out the number. Okay. Now we go to question number 2. They say find LM. All right. Since we found x already, so the x was 14 over 4, or we can say 7 over 2. Okay, so directly for number 2, we're going to say 3. Instead of x, we're going to evaluate it. We write 7 over 2 plus 14. All right, this is LM. I just replaced the x with 7 over 2. Now 3 times 7 is how much? It will be 21 over 2 plus 14, make denominators the same, multiply both of it by 2, and then we're going to get 28 plus 21 divided by 2. All right, replace the 2 with 2 because it's the same denominator, and I'm going to add those two. 49 divided by 2. Or instead of doing this all, because I already found JK, and one of the properties of parallelogram was that the opposite sides are congruent to each other. So I can directly say, if JK is 49 over 2, that means LM is also 49 over 2. Now for question number 3, we have to find measure of angle L. This is measure of angle L. Remember, dear students, we said in a parallelogram, the consecutive, that means the ones that are beside each other, the consecutive angles, their sum is 180. They're supplementary. What does that mean? It means that 2z minus 3 plus 5z minus 6. All this gives me 180. Again, why is that? Because my figure is a parallelogram, as it's mentioned in the question. And one of the properties of parallelogram that we just mentioned, it was that the consecutive angles in a parallelogram, they are supplementary. All right, now number with number, 2z plus 5z, we're going to get 7z. Negative, negative, I put one negative back. Same sign, we're going to add them up. We're going to get 9 equals 180. And then shoot to the other side, we're going to get 7z equals 180 plus 9. Okay, we're going to get 189. We want to find z. What do we have? What do we do? We've got multiplication. We're going to do division. All right, dear students. And in here, when you find z, 189 over 7, you can do long division and find the decimal number. So as we said, they want measure of angle L. This is only z that we found. So measure of angle L is 2. We're going to evaluate the z with 189 over 7 minus 3. This is my angle. Okay, 2z minus 3. Only instead of the z, I'm going to put 189 over 7. All right. So here, when I multiply 2 with 189, we're going to get 378 divided by 7 minus 3. And when I do long division, 378 divided by 7, we're going to get 54. Okay, so 54, all this is 54. Minus 3, we're going to get 51. All right, so measure of angle L is how much? Is 51. Be careful, students. So many students, they do this mistake. What do? They say, if measure of angle L is 51, that means for question number 4, measure of angle M also is going to be 51. Be careful, this is wrong. Because we said in a parallelogram, the consecutive angles, they are what? Their sum is 180. That means box plus box equals 180. We already found one of the boxes, it was 51. So we're going to shoot to the other side and we're going to find measure of angle M. And to find measure of angle M, when we subtract it, okay, we're going to get 129. So measure of angle M equals 129. If you want to check your answer, you say 129 plus 51 equals 180. If it's 180, that means your answer is correct.